Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am back in Bonsai Bonsai with one Aku Aku mask because I need to sacrifice him. Yes, Aku Aku is going to be my sacrifice. I'm going to sacrifice wood to the wood god. Why am I going to do that? Because I need to in order to deal with the obnoxious placement of the nitro crates in this section. They are so obnoxiously placed that I need to sacrifice an Aku Aku mask in order to be able to get the gem. Right? So do short jumps right there and you'll get through just fine. And boing. Ooh. Right. Now get close to the edge as you can. Then you can actually get, you know, right here. Somebody is texting me. Excuse me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I know this is very unprofessional. Oh. I get interrupted in the 5th warp room, don't I, ladies and gentlemen? So what was that? Apparently my cat got a bird. Something's telling me he was trying to give it to them. Right. And there we go. And as you can see, we have a power-up right here. So yes, we have the super belly flop. For a more powerful belly flop, press A to jump and then press B at the top of the jump. That is entirely incorrect, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't get how the GameCube version did this. How did they not just check to see if that was actually right? Watch. Top of jump, I kick. X button, I do the super belly flop. Congratulations, Traveler's Tale. You messed up on instructions. I need to go into the PS2 version to see if it ended up screwing that one up too. Because, my God, that is a major mess up right there. They're basically telling you the wrong thing. Right, and there we go. So, now we just need to go to Compactor Reactor. Of course, I need another Aku mask, so I'm going to go and get one. Because, again, obnoxious placement of nitro crates. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am in Compactor Reactor with 2 Aku Aku masks. So, let's get to that last gem. And Aku Aku can't keep up with the minecart. That's gonna hinder you in this section that we're going to, ladies and gentlemen, because now that we have the yellow gem, a new section of track opens up this way. It is loaded with nitro cards. Guess what? Because Aku Aku can't keep up with it and he constantly floats around, he's gonna hinder you, ladies and gentlemen. He is pulling a Tarzan via Jungle Slider from Kingdom Hearts 1. As in, he is literally there just to be a nuisance. Only in this case, Aku Aku serves a purpose in that, you know, he can protect you from hits. So, why did I get 2? Never know if you're gonna get hit. Like right there. That one, I have no idea how you can be fast enough in order to dodge that. Right, and there we go. So, that takes care of Compactor Reactor as well as the 2nd warp room. So now, the only warp room left to complete is the 5th warp room and the 6th warp room, and we don't even have access to the 6th warp room yet. Because I can guarantee if we did, I don't be doing it. Oh, believe me, I wish I had access to the 6th warp room. But, let's go back down to the 5th one, so where we can do the 3rd stage, which I could say last. Medieval Madness.
Bring it, Bandicoot.
That sounds like a weird insult, to say the least. Bring it, Bandicoot. Oh well. That ends up taking care of that. So what is this stage? As I said earlier, this is an Sorry, I touched my mic. This is an Altisphere stage. Is this the last one in the game? No, there is one more Altisphere stage after this. But this is honestly probably my favorite one, which is why I almost instantly wanted to show my celebration that I love this stage so much by getting myself killed. Right? And I think I like this stage because I like the atmosphere and I like the music. I find that the Altisphere stages got better over time, which is great. I love the Altisphere stages. Can't really say the same about them in the handheld versions of the game, that's for sure. So, yeah, that's right. There are actually handheld versions of Crash Bandicoot. They are Crash Bandicoot Huge Adventure and Crash Bandicoot 2 Entranced. Will I be doing those? I'm debating on whether to do them on Game Anyone or on YouTube, because I'd be doing them via my Game Boy player. And I do own both. Funny thing is, I actually played Entranced, the second one, before I ever played the first one when I was a kid. In fact, one very fond memory I have about Entranced is that pretty much I brought it with me on a road trip that my family and I had taken. That was the first ever like full-on road trip that I can really remember that we took. And we went all through the state of California, from where I live all the way to the pretty much top. And I never had I didn't have a CD player or anything. So what I had to do was I had to blast the music from the game to full volume, put on my headphones, and just listen to it like that. The amount of batteries I went through on that trip were just ridiculous. Ironically enough, by the end of that trip, actually, that was when I got my first ever Nintendo home console, and that was a GameCube, because at some point we ended up in Las Vegas. Don't question it. But yes, as you saw, Tiny Tiger is back, which means we will be seeing, you know, Entropy as well as Dingo Dial, because, you know, you always got to have them in the stage, right? Now, to my knowledge, there are only Nitro Crates down there. Of course, I could be going in this with... Well, why was that shaking like that? I could be going in this with the mindset of the time trial if I'm not careful. Crud. If you do that correctly enough, then you can actually bounce up on the top right there. And you can end up... As you can see, there's a platform right here that will take you up. There are 4 crates that are up there. In time trial mode, those crates total about 11 or 12 seconds. I'm not even joking. So, there we go. A bunch of lives right there. Right. Go down right. Whoa, whoa. I almost fell right on that nitro crate. That would have sucked. Right. Like I said, I really like this music. And there's Tiny Tiger with his warping ability. Because apparently everyone has that ability in this goddamn game. So, why am I going this way? Is this a shortcut? Nope, this literally only leads to 4 boxes. 4 boxes that cannot be destroyed unless you go through this way. So, congratulations. Alright, that's not 4. That is a good 5 with what looked like 3 lives. I can never tell. Right. I really wish I had an Aku mask in Altisphere stages because it would save my butt so many times. Especially in the case of Dingo Dial and everything. Right, so that takes care of that. Okay, let's get through here. Now let's cut off Tiny Tiger, or not. Okay, let's go through this way and go around. I tried to go around you. There we go. I went around you. Oh, how nice. The Wumpa fruits are pointing up. Very well. I guess we shall go up and around. There's a checkpoint box right here. Don't know why I skipped that. That would have been bad. Alright, so we have 167 boxes. I think this is actually the last stage that actually has 167 boxes. I believe there were 2 stages that did. And we have Dingo Dial. And Entropy. Oh, god of time and space. Stuck firing in one particular spot, not aiming your shots at all. And now we have a maze. And suddenly a maze. Yeah. This is what will end up screwing you over in time trial mode a lot. It's not too bad, but I mean, it can be pretty bad if you're not careful. Okay, this is not the right way to go. Something's telling me I'm already going the wrong way. Right, go down over this way now. Right. No, I'm already going the wrong way because there should be a thing around here. There we go, this is the way I need to go. Because once I get down over this way, there's the crystal. Like that. And a half pipe. This looks like you won't make it, but you will. See? You will. And now this is something weird that the GameCube version does. Look at how the tree makes it look like there's a hole right there. The GameCube version's the only one that does this. I don't know why it does it for this stage, but it makes it look like there's a hole right there, and but there's actually not. So don't worry. Alright, so we're at the end of the stage. Well, where's everything else? It's up over this way. So let's go over this way, and as you can see, We got the exploding box, and we got all the boxes right here. Hopefully I didn't miss one. 66, 67. There we go. That's a gem for us. Now be careful, because just like Bamboozled, you will careen off the edge if you go too god dang fast. Speed is not your enemy. Well, speed is your enemy, is what I should be saying. Alright, so that takes care of that, which means next up has to be the time trial for it. Oh boy, time trial is going to be fun. Especially because I'm going to be trying to go for a gold. And if I don't get the gold, then I got to do it off screen. That sucks. But now we have to do this in 140, so let's go. Alright, time to do the Ultisphere time trial. Don't die. That would have been embarrassing. I would have died before the time trial again. How many times have I done that? Seriously, I think I've done that like 3 times already. I don't need to die before I grab the watch. I can die after I get the watch. Then I don't lose a life. Alright, and go through here. And now let us go through right here. Grabbing time. Now, I have to ask you viewers out there a question. Have you guys ever been in an Ultisphere before? I mean, like the inflatable ones or anything. Did a group or something ever come by your school and bring one of those? Because I remember in elementary school, there was a group that did for my elementary school, and I always remembered I wanted to go inside it, but I wasn't allowed to go inside it because, no, only certain people were allowed to go inside it, according to our class president we had in, you know, back when I was in the goddamn 2nd grade. Believe me, my elementary school times suck. So don't let these things hit you. When they do, you go flying. You go flying and it hurts. In fact, it kills you. Right, again, down there is nothing but nitro crates, so there is no point for you going here. Down there. Now let's actually see if I can do this correctly, because if I can, it'll shave off a lot of time that I need. Crap, I didn't do it right. Oh well. So I'll just take the long way then, because I'm still getting the... Oh, perfect. Perfect timing. Going up. As you can see, that's a lot of time. Right, so let's go. Right, and hit that. Now watch out for Dingo Dial and Entropy here again. Right, and oh, thank goodness, there's no residual like time for that. Right, and now we're back into the maze. Yes, I will sing Forest Maze. I like Super Mario RPG. I honestly wish they'd revamp the game with like HD graphics or something, or even like a small cosmetic update would be amazing. I'd love it. Right, so let's go around everyone and this way, and we should be home free. In fact, we are. Right, so let's go. Which is why I totally missed that time box. Watch, that somehow screws me. Right, and I think that actually did. Son of a bitch, I think it actually did. But 103. Nope, I got the gold still. Okay. All is right in the world. Not bad, I have to say. I do like that stage a lot, as I keep on saying. I do like that stage for the Ultisphere. Probably the time trial for it's not bad at all. You can get lost in the maze if you don't know the way to go, but you kind of can't do the time trial unless you do the, you know, get the crystal. Oh, wow, I barely missed that. Dang it. Alright, so let us now go to Crate Balls of Fire. Get it, crates? Ah, yes. Welcome to Crate Balls of Fire. This is the stage I was talking about earlier in which you're going to need to use the Wampuka in order to basically get ahead in doing the time trial. I could actually do this time trial without needing the run ability, so I am going to be doing it. Like I said, the only 2 stages I'm going to have to come back to do when I have the run ability are going to be it's actually practice, because that's one and that's one, and then the 2 boxes that are right there are also time boxes. I never get the 2 boxes that are right there though, because I always end up breaking them. Alright, let's go down over this way. And there we go. Now don't double jump right here, because you are you get enough distance enough to actually do it, to make that jump in one jump, and if you double jump, you'll end up letting go of it and just falling right into the edge to where death is. I know I've done it before. And that's actually the only climbing section in the game. That's actually what will slow you down the most, actually, which is kind of interesting. Because the rest of the stage actually has the mech returning. Yay, mech! And no, you can't actually grab that. I've tried that. Wampuka. I love my Wampuka. Right, dude. And Super Belly Flop, which we apparently also relearn. Again, I don't understand why it is that we can't, like, keep the abilities we had from the last game. I mean, it's Metroid syndrome, which Crash just forgets everything. Right? That. Dude. And there we go. 30 out of 38. Congratulations. You still didn't need the snake shoes. I hope you're happy, ladies and gentlemen. We have the most useless power in the game. And again, we did get it in the first warp room, so at least, you know, its use was never even there in the first place. Alright. Alright, and time to go. Hit. And ooh. Oh wait, no, that's... And we have our mech back. Hit. Oh, I'm invincible. Okay, I'm invincible. So why is it called Crate Balls of Fire? Fire! Fire bad! Fire bad! And yes, this game actually uses a lot of running from stuff. Okay, you can't see Aku's feathers because of everything. This game, I mean, uses a lot of things that you have to run from. And I know that's like a staple in the series, but it kind of seems like it's being overdone a bit. And no, if you have invincibility, you are not immune to the explosion. Unfortunately, I've tried. Whoa! God dang momentum! Way to jump there, Crash! Even though I did not hit the A button. Right, now let's just keep running. Now, I'm going after the boxes because it's habit. Why is it habit? Because I want to kill myself secretly. No, it's because I'm, you know, conditioned for time trials. So much conditioning from time trials. Quickly, Crash! Strut! Strut for your life! Strut. Seriously, I've said it before when we first started using mechs. It looks like Crash is just strutting. Just strutting his stuff. Dude. Keep going. Going. And there we go, we're done. Oh, what? That mech right there, I hesitated because I didn't want to get hit by it, and in the end, I didn't jump high enough. Oh, that was embarrassing. So let's just keep running. I do like the music for this stage, though. This is actually one of my favorite tracks in the game. It's definitely up there for, like, close to final level music. And ironically, this is not the final level music. I will give this game credit. It doesn't really repeat tracks. If you've played any other Crash Bandicoot game before, you know that they end up repeating tracks. And this game doesn't do it. Oh wow, I ended up hitting the checkpoint. Fine, jump over. Okay, let's get out of the way from that bomb. I ended up shooting the crystal at some point, okay. So I just went like that and I just shot the crystal. That's how I know, that's how I got the idea in, to later on to shoot that red gem from before. Right. Now we're actually not close to the end of the, I want to say we're close to the end of the stage, but we actually still got a little bit of a way to go. So it's kind of weird that we got the crystal so early, but it's not too bad. Did I end up hitting those crates? I mean, I didn't think I did, but... Alright, and here's the end of the stage. I guess I was wrong. This is a very short stage. But, there we go. That takes care of Crates of Fire. Holy Crates of Fire. And to this day, it seems that the only warp room that was the longest warp room out of them all will be the second warp room. The one that gave me the most problems. But, there we go. That takes care of that. So, let us now do the time trial for us.
Crash, you've been a naughty boy. But now that's going to end.
Alright, so shall we do the time trial for this? I do know that I ended up saying that those 2 boxes that I just destroyed are time boxes, and that the 2 boxes that are basically right next to the nitro crates, one of those boxes will turn into a time box. I just find that those time boxes are really pointless to get. So, let me show you what I mean. You end up doing that, and by the time you're done with here, you're already going to run out of time, like so. So there's really no point at all to get those. Right? And this right here, this section right here, is where it will take forever. Right? There we go. I should do that correctly. And now we need to wait for these. Doot, 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 doot. Right, and let's go. Always get hit by that. And now, time to strut. Strut your stuff, Crash. Strut, strut, strut. Now, this is actually the last of the levels that will actually have to be running from something. I know I didn't say that before, but just like always, grab the time boxes yourself. If the explosion grabs it, you don't get the time for it, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm like a broken record. And pretty much, yeah, I do have to say, there's actually a lot of chasing sections in this game, and I never noticed that. Compared to the other Crash Bandicoot games, this one has a lot of chasing sections. Not that it's bad per se, but there's a bit too many. Although I will say that I do love this stage's music. I know I've said it before already, but it feels kind of weird how... Ah, crud. I'm gonna end up dying. Run, Crash! Run, because I was stupid! I mean, not run, strut. Silly me. Crash doesn't run in this thing. He struts in it. He struts his stuff. Right, and we're just about at the end, so grab that. Grab these. And... there we go. Now, let's go. Whoop. Alright, now I need to wait for these platforms, which are annoying. Like I said, this is what takes up the most time in this one. Right, so there we go. Right, and get to the end, shall we? Right. Whoop. 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 Did not mean to get hit right there. Whoop. Whoop. And might as well hit this even though it's not going to cause any time. And we are at the end of the stage. So, boop. Zip, zub, zippity bop. And we got the platinum time. Wow, that was actually by a lot, because I think this was 220 that you needed to do it. So using the Wampuka when you're at the side, it's the climbing section, and to just shoot at the clock, yeah, that's how you're going to do it. That was actually pretty good, not bad. Which means we only have 1 crystal left, ladies and gentlemen. And then we can finish up the 5th warp room. This one has 2 gems! Oh joy!